Hi guys, I think I'm live now. If you can see me, if you can hear me, please do message in the chat. Then we'll start today's session. In today's session, we are having 15 questions. All of them are in the easy to medium category of geometry. So if you have any doubts or anything, you can ask in the chat. We'll start today's session in exactly another 2 minutes. I'm just waiting for some more people to join us. Please do like the stream, guys. Okay, Mukund Daga is saying good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, Mukund. I know that you come regularly, so good to see you. Good evening, Sonima. Again, you come to both the live classes, the premium classes, as well as the YouTube session. So again, very nice to see regular students. Good afternoon, Sri Rajesh, Hari Rajeshwar. Good afternoon, Yash Sharma. Good afternoon, Kishore Kumar. Good afternoon, Rishabh Sharma. Good afternoon, Vaibhav Shukla. We'll just start in exactly another 2 minutes. Maybe we'll start at around 2-3 or so. Let us, please do like the stream. We'll start in 2 minutes. The question will come directly on YouTube, and I want you to solve and give the answer directly on YouTube. Hi Aditya, how are you? Hi Praveen. Good afternoon, Abhishek. Good evening, Praveen. So let us get started. I'll post the first question. It is on your screen now. Try to answer this in 2.5 minutes. Good afternoon, Nipun. Good afternoon, Soumya. Soumya, all these questions are basically they'll be medium to easy. And whenever you have any doubts with any of the question, I'll explain whatever is the concept behind it thoroughly, and then I'll answer it. सर बेसिक से स्टार्ट होगी, अभी प्रिपरेशन स्टार्ट की है, ज्योमेट्री नहीं आती. वरी मत करो वैभव, जो भी क्वेश्चन है उसको मैं बेसिक से एक्सप्लेन करूंगा, जो भी उसका थ्योरम से या कॉन्सेप्ट से पहले वो एक्सप्लेन करूंगा, उसके बाद वो क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करूंगा. फॉर एग्जांपल इस क्वेश्चन में एक अपोलोनियस थ्योरम होता है, अगर वो आता नहीं है तो मैं पहले उसको एक्सप्लेन करूंगा, उसके बाद ये क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करूंगा, तो जो भी है वो समझ में आ जाएगा. Okay. In this question, we are told that D is the midpoint of the side BC of a triangle ABC and AD is the perpendicular to AC. Then we are asked to calculate which of the following properties holds true. So let us get started. Like I mentioned, to solve this question, we need to know Apollonius theorem. Apollonius theorem is used to calculate the length of the median. Let me first explain Apollonius theorem and after that I'll solve this particular question. In any triangle, if you have three sides ABC like this, suppose this is A, this is B and this is C. Suppose you know the lengths of the three sides. What is the median? Median is the line joining one vertex to the midpoint of the other side. So for example, if you're joining A to the midpoint of BC, this is called the median. If this is a D, BD will be equal to DC. Both of them will be equal to BC divided by 2. Essentially, BD will be equal to DC is equal to BC divided by 2. Using the Apollonius theorem, we can calculate the length of the median, that is, we can calculate the length of AD. What does the theorem say? The theorem says that AB square plus AC square is equal to 2 times AD square plus BD square. That is, the length of this side square plus the length of this side square is equal to 2 times the length of the median square plus the length of BD square, which is basically equal to CD. Both of them will be the same. This is the Apollonius theorem. We use this to calculate the length of the median. Most of the times we will calculate the length of AD because all the three sides of the triangle are given many times. So we know AB, we know AC and we know BD. BD is basically the length of BC divided by 2. This is the theorem we will use for this particular question. Let me clear this and then I'll answer this question. In this question, we are told that D is the midpoint of the side BC and AD is perpendicular to AC. So let us assume that this is AC. We are drawing a perpendicular line. This is a AD. This will be basically BC. What exactly are we saying? We are saying that this is A, this is D, this is C. D is the midpoint of BC. So this is 90 degrees. This is given to us and we are given that it will be something like this. This is B. We have the triangle ABC. If you draw the median, that is AD, it is perpendicular to AC. So it looks something like this. Here we know that BD is equal to DC because this is the median. Now let us assume that the length of BC is equal to 2x. Therefore, the length of BD, which is equal to the length of DC, is equal to x. Now what do we know from Apollonius theorem? From Apollonius theorem, we know that we will use it to calculate the length of the median. AB square plus AC square is equal to 2 times AD square plus BD square. This is equal to 2 times AD square plus x square. Because BD is equal to x. This is x, this is x, BC is 2x. D is the midpoint of BC. But because we know that triangle ADC is a right angle triangle, using Pythagoras theorem, AD square plus AC square is equal to x square because this is a right angle triangle. So now let's just eliminate AD square, that is the length of the median. AD square is equal to x square minus AC square. So from this particular equation, we are going to get AB square plus AC square is equal to 2 times 2x square minus AC square. AB square plus AC square is 2 times AD square plus BD square. That is 2 times AD square plus x square. Now AD square plus AC square is x square. So this would imply that AD square is x square minus AC square. So AB square plus AC square is equal to 4x square minus 2ac square, or the value of 4x square is equal to ab square plus 3ac square. But what is 4x square? BC is 2x, so BC square is 4x square. So BC square is equal to AB square plus 3AC square, which is the same thing that is mentioned in option A. Because now if you subtract BC square minus AB square, we are going to get 3AC square, which is option A. Let us look at the next question. Tanmay Dattan is saying, sir, can we skip geometry for CAT? Do I have to know geometry well for CET? I think geometry is a very important concept for CAT, so I would recommend you to put in full effort. I don't think it is a topic that you can just ditch, especially when you have around 6 months. Focus on it. Jitu, hi sir, hope you are doing well. Just wanted to know that I purchased study room recently and it is phenomenal. Thank you. Great to know that Jitu. Study room of Cracku is a very popular package, the CAT study room. Anybody who is looking for good CAT level questions to practice can enroll to the CAT study room by Cracku. This is very popular. Many of the students tell me after CAT that they found it very useful. Mohit Kushwa is saying, sir, just one session. Can you also provide gift of for 100 streak to motivate further? Sure, Mohit. I'll look into it and I'll try to give 100 day streak rewards also. Please do like the stream, guys. We have 40 likes and we have 50 people who are watching the stream live. Let us get to as many likes as we can. Okay, let us answer this question. Many people got the question correct. The correct answer is D. What is the area of an equilateral triangle whose inscribed circle has a radius of R? So we know that in any triangle, we'll have two circles. One is a circumcircle. A circumcircle is outside the circle and one is an incircle. An incircle is inside the circle. So this is an incircle. This is inside the triangle. And this is a circumcircle. This is outside the triangle. Now, for an equilateral triangle, it is important to know the formula for the circumcircle and the incircle. If you have an equilateral triangle, all the three sides will be the same. Let us assume that they are all equal to A. Then the circumradius is equal to A by root 3. And the inradius is equal to A by 2 root 3. What we are told is that what is the area of an equilateral triangle whose inscribed circle has radius R. So here we are told that the inradius is equal to R. So A by 2 root 3 is equal to R, or the value of A is 2 root 3 into R. What is the area of an equilateral triangle? For an equilateral triangle, the formula for the area is equal to root 3 by 4 A square. So in this particular case, the area of the equilateral triangle will be root 3 by 4 into a square, which is equal to 2 root 3 r into 2 root 3 r. 2 into 2 is 4, you can cancel this here. So this is root 3 into root 3 into root 3 r square, which is 3 root 3 r square, which is option D. Let us look at the next question. Vaibhav Shukla is saying, sir, I want to enroll in Cracku batch, but should I have enough time? Being a non-engineer, my quant is bad. I think you'll always have time. Basically, everybody has 24 hours and you have 7 months left, 6 months left, which I think is sufficient time for you to prepare well and improve your aptitude significantly. So I think there is definitely enough time. If you are a non-engineer, I would recommend you to definitely enroll to Cracku, because many of the batches that we are starting start from absolute basics. We particularly look at non-engineers and we start with the pre-CAT level stuff at the start. So I think it will be very useful for you. And if you are a non-engineer, I think this is the right time for you to actually start, because if it becomes August or September, then for you to actually pick up steam and pick up that momentum will be difficult. Okay, let us answer this question. Ramya Singh, sir, I want to enroll in CAT 2025 course. What is best for me? Exclusive or complete course? Also, could you tell me the difference? The exclusive course is for only CAT. So the entire materials that will be available are only for CAT, and the validity is till the examination of CAT. The complete course will also provide support for OMITs. So if you are planning to take XAT and CAT and other exams like say SNAP, then I would say go for the complete course. If you are looking only for CAT, go for the exclusive course. Sir, one more question. Do I have to attend every lecture, or can I do practice from daily and study room? I think you can do practice from study room. There is absolutely no problem. Do the batch tasks if you are enrolled to the complete Cracku course. I think do the batch tasks, that will be useful, and do the daily targets and do study room. I think those are things that are sufficient. Whenever you get time, you can attend the live classes. We have live classes every week, every day from Monday to Friday at 8 p.m. I take the classes every Monday. Saili takes the classes every Tuesday. So you can definitely check them out. Okay. Please do like the stream, guys. We have 49 likes. We have 60 people who are watching the stream live. So let us try to get to at least 100 likes. A circle has 3 centimeters. A circle of radius 3 centimeters is drawn inside a triangle ABC such that it touches all the 3 sides AB, BC, AC at DEF. AD is 4, BD is 6. Find the length of the side BC. So let us first draw this triangle so that you get a sense of what is actually given. We are given a triangle ABC. It is like this. And you are given a circle which is drawn inside. So this is basically the in circle of the triangle ABC. This is A, this is B, and this is C. Now, the circle touches AB at D, so this is D. It touches BC at E, this is E. And it touches AC at F, so this is F. We are told that AD is 4, so this is 4 centimeters. BD is 6, so this is 6 centimeters. Find the length of BC. We are also given the radius of the circle, this is 3 centimeters. So this radius is 3 centimeters. How do we calculate this? For this, we need to know some formulas. Let me first explain the formulas. After that, I'll explain this question. Suppose you have a circle like this, and from any point outside the circle, you can draw two tangents. Tangent is the line which intersects the circle at exactly one point. So this is a tangent and this is a tangent. This circle has two tangents from this particular point. The thing that should be known is that the length of the tangents from the same point will be the same. What do I mean by it? If this point is A, if this point is X, and if this point is Y, the length of AX and the length of AY will always be the same. From any point, if you are drawing two tangents to the circle, the length of the two tangents will always be the same. This would imply that in this particular case, the length of AD and the length of AF will be the same. This also will be 4. Because from A, we are drawing two tangents to the circle. One is AD, one is AF. Similarly, the length of BD and the length of BE will be the same. So this will be 6. We don't know the length of CF. If CF was given over here, the answer would have been very straightforward. But CF is not given. So let us assume that the length of CF is a small a. Then the length of CE will also be small a, because both of them are tangents to the circle from point C. So both of them will be the same. This is the first thing that you should know. The second thing that you should know is two formulas to calculate the area of a triangle. If you are given a triangle like this, if the lengths of the three sides of the triangle are given, if they are say A, B, C, then we need to know something called the semiperimeter. Semiperimeter of a triangle is A plus B plus C divided by 2. Now the area of the triangle is square root of S into S minus A into S minus B into S minus C. This is called the Brahmagupta formula. This is a formula that is derived by an ancient Indian mathematician. So that is something that we should definitely know. Area of a triangle when the three sides are given can be calculated as S into S minus A into S minus B into S minus C. Similarly, if you are given the Inradius, if you are given the circle and if you are given the radius of the circle and you are given the semiperimeter, we can also calculate the area. The area is equal to S into R. This is the second formula to calculate the area of a triangle, which is the semiperimeter, which is A plus B plus C divided by 2 into the Inradius. We will use these two formulas in this particular case. What is the semiperimeter? S is 6 plus 4 plus 4 plus A plus 6, which if you calculate is 6 plus 4 is 10 plus 4 plus 6 is 20 plus 2A. So this is 20 plus 2A divided by 2, which is A plus 10. So using the Brahmagupta formula, what is the area? The area is square root of S, which is A plus 10 into S minus A. One of the sides is, this is 10, this is A plus 4 and this is A plus 6. So A plus 10 minus 10 is A. A plus 10 minus A plus 6 is 4. A plus 10 minus A plus 4 is 6. This is the area. This will be equal to the semiperimeter, which is A plus 10 into the Inradius, which is 3. So you can square on both sides. A plus 10 into A into 24 is equal to A plus 10 whole square into 9. 1 A plus 10 can be cancelled. This will be 8. This will be 3. So 8A is equal to 3A plus 30. Or the value of 5A is equal to 30, or the value of A is equal to 6 centimeters. This would imply that this will be 6, this will be 6. We are required to calculate the length of BC. The length of BC is A plus 6, which is equal to 12 centimeters, which is option D. Let us look at the next question. I know that many of you are actually active on Instagram. We also have a very active Instagram page. We post very important updates for MBA. We are fairly active on it. We post it daily. So if you are just checking it out, or if you are looking for a good page to follow all the latest updates for MBA on Instagram, please do follow us at Cracku Exam on Instagram. The link to follow us is given in the description of this video. It is also given in the chat. Please do follow it. We have recently crossed 40,000 followers on Instagram. We are trying to get to at least 1 lakh followers by the end of this year. So please do help us. We are posting very useful things. So it will be good if you can follow us. And please do share this link also with your friends if you find it useful. Let us look at the next question. Rahul Kumar is saying, sir, if I get low marks in my first mock, then what should I do? When I solve questions without time, then it will be solved. But when it came to mock, it doesn't. Rahul, basically one thing you have to know is these kind of things take time. It won't happen that because you solved one mock, you will suddenly improve quite a lot. You have to believe in the process. Whenever you are finding it difficult to solve questions in the mock scenario, don't be disheartened. These kind of things I think are quite common, especially at the start, when you have more pressure with respect to the timer and all. So just ensure that you are solving them and solving questions regularly even during the weekdays. Even when you're not taking a mock, try to solve questions as much as you can. That will help you build that confidence to solve questions during the mock. Shivani Motover is saying, sir, Cracku app is not available on the App Store. Could you please do something about it? I know. We don't provide support for Apple as of now, but we will launch an iOS app pretty soon. We are looking into it. Please give us a few more months. We'll update it. Okay. In this question, there is a figure shows a circle of diameter AB and radius 6.5 centimeters. If the radius is 6.5, what is the length of the diameter? The diameter will be 13 centimeters. The chord CA is 5 centimeters long. This is 5 centimeters. What is the area of the triangle ABC? To solve this question, you need to know one theorem. The theorem says that if you have a circle like this, if you draw the diameter of the circle and you join both ends of the diameter to any point on the circumference. So you join this over here and here. The angle subtended at the circumference will be 90 degrees. This is 90 degrees. You join it to any point on the circumference. This also is 90 degrees. Any point on the circumference, both ends of the diameter when joined, the angle will be 90 degrees. So in this particular case, because AB is the diameter, this will be 90 degrees. Now if you are looking at the triangle ABC, now AC square plus BC square is equal to AB square because ABC is a right angle triangle. So AC square will be 25 plus BC square is equal to AB square, which is 169, or the value of BC square is equal to 144, or the value of BC is equal to 12 centimeters. So this is 12 centimeters. Now this is a right angle triangle. So what is the area of the triangle? That will be half into base into height, which is half into 5 into 12. This is 6. So this is equal to 30 square centimeters. So the answer for this question is option B. Let us look at the next question. Kiran Kumarji is saying, sir, I have a basic understanding of quant concepts, but I am not thorough with it. Is it recommended to dive into study room and practice from it even if I have not done concept videos. I would say just going and trying to solve questions is not the ideal way. I would recommend that or using the study room for students who have taken CAT once or twice before. I think for repeaters, study room is a very good resource because you have some idea of the basics. Now you need to know practice and you have to practice as many questions as you can. So study room I think is very useful for those kind of people. Anybody who has scored above 80 percentile, I think study room is terrific for you. Somebody who is a fresher or somebody who has not taken CAT before, I would recommend you to go through the concept videos. That I think will be a good start. Mukund Daga is saying, sir, I have only done circles, triangles and quadrilateral in geometry, not yet started with other topics like mensuration coordinate geometry. I think that is fine. Whatever you have done till now, I think they are the important concepts in geometry. They are the concepts which take more time, like circles, triangles, quadrilaterals, all of them will take more time for you to understand. The other concepts are mostly formula based. So mensuration and coordinate geometry will not take you a lot of time. Don't ignore them. You can get some questions from them, but all I'm saying is they are easy topics. They won't take you a lot of time to complete. Guys, please do like the stream. We have more than 50 people who are watching the stream live and we have 65 likes. Let us try to get to at least 100 likes before the stream ends. So please do like it. We need just 35 more likes. So please do like the stream, guys. Many people have gotten the question correct, but some people got it wrong also. Very interesting to see. Okay. In this question, we are told that there is a square ABCD which is given, which is like this. This is A, this is B, and this is C, and this is D. The area of the square is 4. So this would imply that each side of the square is equal to 2 centimeters. Because we know that if the side of a square is S, its area will be S square. Now, P and Q are the midpoints of AB and BC. So this is P. And this is Q. Now, we are required to calculate the area of the triangle PQD. So if you assume that this is like this, we are required to calculate the area of this triangle. Try to solve it again. I'll give you another 30 seconds because this is a very easy question. Now the side is 2 centimeters. What is the length of AP? This will be 1 centimeter. What is the length of PB? This also will be 1 centimeter. What is the length of BQ? This will be 1 centimeter. What is the length of QC? This is 1 centimeter. What is the length of CD? This is equal to 2 centimeters, which is the side of the square. What is the length of AD? This also is 2 centimeters. Now we can calculate the length of PD. Because this is a right angle triangle. If you are looking at APD, this is a right angle triangle. So the length of AP will be square root of 1 square plus 2 square, which is equal to square root of 5. Similarly, QD is also a right angle triangle because AQD is a right angle triangle. QD is the hypotenuse of the right angle triangle. It will also be square root of 1 square plus 2 square. So this is square root of 5. What about PQ? It also is a right angle triangle. There is APQ, which is a right angle triangle. Both the sides are 1 centimeter each. So the hypotenuse will be square root of 2. So we are required to calculate the area of this triangle PQD. So it is an isosceles triangle like this. The two equal sides are square root of 5. This is square root of 5, this is square root of 5, and this is square root of 2. What is the area of this triangle? You draw a perpendicular from the vertex to the base. This is 1 by square root of 2, because that is basically square root of 2 divided by 2. This also is 1 by square root of 2. Now if you are looking at it, this is D, this is P, and this is Q. If this is point, say, R, this will be 90 degrees. So what is the length of DR? This is the height of the isosceles triangle. DR is equal to square root of the hypotenuse square, which is 5, minus square of 1 by root 2 whole square, which is 1 by 2. So this is basically square root of 4.5. So the height of this isosceles triangle is square root of 4.5. The base is square root of 2. So what is the area of this triangle? That is half into square root of 4.5 into square root of 2, which is equal to square root of 9 divided by 2, which is 3 by 2, which is equal to 1.5 square centimeters. So the answer for this question is option C, which is 1.5 square centimeters. Let us look at the next question. This is not a very difficult question. I hope to see a lot of people get this question correct. My motivation idea, I calculated the area of the other triangles and subtracted from 4. I think that is a very smart way of doing it. I think I calculated the sides, then I had to calculate the area of the isosceles triangle, which I think is actually a lengthier method. What you have done, I think, is actually a pretty smart idea. I think the same thing was done by Mukul Daga. That also, I think, is a good way of solving it. But yeah, like people say, there are multiple ways to solving a quant question. Having said that, I think your way of solving it is more elegant and more like easy. In this figure, we are told that there are three horizontal lines which are parallel to each other. Mn is equal to 8 meters, this is 8. No is equal to 17, this is 17. Qr is equal to 37, this is 37. What is the value of Qp? If you assume that this is equal to, say, x, what we know is that in any triangle, if you have a triangle like this, now if you draw a line which is parallel to the base, now let us assume that this is, say, A, B, C, D and E. If DE is parallel to BC, then it would imply that AD divided by AB is equal to AE divided by AC is equal to DE divided by BC. This is true for any line which is drawn parallel to the base. Then it cuts all the sides in the same proportion. Because one way to prove it, you don't need to prove it, but you can easily prove it that all the three angles are the same. This one is equal to this angle because they are parallel lines. This angle is equal to this angle because they are parallel lines, and angle A is common to both the triangles. So basically triangle ADE is similar to triangle ABC. Therefore all the three sides will be in the same proportion. An extension of that is what we'll use over here. Again, if you're drawing two parallel lines, then the lengths of the intercepts also will be in proportion. It would basically imply that MN divided by NO is equal to PQ divided by QR. MN is 8, this is given to us. NO is 17, this also is given to us. This is equal to PQ, which we have to calculate. Let us assume that that is X divided by QR, which is 37. So the value of X is equal to 37 into 8 divided by 17. If you simplify it, you are going to get this to equal 17.4 meters, which is option D. Let us look at the next question. Many people have asked us about the batches that we are starting. We are actually starting an excellent batch called the Lakshya batch from day after tomorrow. All of these batches, all of them, they actually start from the basics. For the first few weeks, we'll be covering the absolute basics so that students who are taking CAT for the first time also can benefit from it. It has weekly revision. We'll be giving you these videos. We want you to look at them regularly, and we'll be having weekly revisions. We'll also be having daily live classes, like I mentioned earlier. The daily live from 8 p.m. from Monday to Friday. I take the classes on every Monday. Saili takes the classes on every Tuesday. The remaining days also the classes are taken by excellent faculty. We focus in the live classes mostly on solving, because I feel that once you start solving, you will gain more confidence. We also offer one-to-one mentorship, and we offer a daily schedule where we give you videos that we want you to watch every single day. This is a very well structured program, and if you're looking for a batch, you should definitely check it out. The link to enrolling or the link to checking out the details about the Lakshya batch is given in the description of this video. It will be put even in the chat. If you have any doubts with respect to any of the upcoming batches, please do send a mail to support@cracku.in. This is the next question. This also is a fairly straightforward question. Let us see how many people can actually get it correct. Jashan J is saying, sir, I've done 1500 questions from study room and 6 to 7 sectionals, but when I attempt quants under mock in timer, I just panic and my comprehension skills for quants stop working. I think it is okay, man. I think maybe you have to work more on your nerves. But one thing I know is it will definitely improve with time, for sure. I've seen this happen to a lot of people. Just solve more and more questions. Maybe start taking the daily targets, because even the daily targets have a clock and a timer. So then after a point of time, you'll stop worrying about the clock. In a triangle XYZ, XA is the angle bisector onto YZ, okay. If the semi-perimeter of the triangle is 13 and XY is 12 and YZ is 6, then what is the ratio of YA is to AZ? So let us assume that this is the triangle XYZ. Now semi-perimeter of the triangle is 13. XY is 12, this is 12. YZ is 6. The semi-perimeter is 13. So what is the perimeter? Perimeter is 13 into 2, which is equal to 26 centimeters. So what would the third side be? The length of the third side will be, because these two add up to 12 plus 6, which is 18, and the perimeter is 26. The difference between 26 and 18 is 8. So this will be equal to 8 centimeters. XA is the angle bisector. So a line, if you are drawing from X, this is the angle bisector. This is XZ. Now one thing we know about angle bisectors is, if you have a triangle like this, the angle bisector divides the side in the same proportion as the adjacent sides. What do I mean by it? If you have ABC like this, and if you are drawing a angle bisector from A and it intersects BC at say point D, then BD, which is this one, divided by DC, which is this one, is equal to AB divided by AC. So in this particular case, the value of, this is A, sorry, XA, YA divided by AZ is equal to YX divided by ZX, which is equal to 12 by 8, which is equal to 3:2, which is option D. Let us look at the next question. Guys, we have 73 likes for this stream. Please do like the stream. Let us get to at least 100 likes before the stream ends. Sir, questions such as how many triangles can be formed using a given perimeter is still relevant for CAT. I think it is just one formula, so I would say remember it. It is not difficult. Okay. What is the area of a circle with diameter 14 centimeters? If the diameter is 14 centimeters, the radius will be half of the diameter, which is 7 centimeters. So area of the circle is equal to pi r square, which is equal to 22 by 7 into 7 into 7. This is equal to 154 centimeters square. So option A is 154. What is option B? Rectangle with length 12 centimeters and breadth 10 centimeters. The area of a rectangle is length into breadth, which is 12 into 10, which is 120 centimeters. Option C is a rectangle with length 14 centimeters and breadth 11 centimeters. Area is length into breadth, which is 14 into 11, which is 154. And last is a square of side 12 centimeters. So square of side 12 centimeters, the area is 12 into 12, which is 144. Which of these four are equal? Options A and option C are equal. Both of them equal 154. Let us look at the next question. Sir, is cosine rule for triangle still relevant? Saw it in an old concept video. See, many of these things are not necessary for CAT, but if you know these things, some of the questions you can answer them using those rules quickly. So cosine rule, sine rule, all of them are part of ways in which you can solve questions in CAT. Sometimes using those rules, you can actually solve the questions faster. Rituraj Sharma is saying, how long is this marathon? This marathon will be for 1.5 hours. It will end at around 3:30 p.m. By 3:30, I am looking for just another 20 likes. I want to get to 100 likes. So please do like the stream, guys. This is a fairly easy, fairly straightforward question. Okay, let us answer this question. Find the distance between centers of two circles of radii 10 centimeters and 6 centimeters, which are touching each other internally. So if you assume that this is the bigger circle, and let us assume that this is the smaller circle. I don't know how to draw it. Let me clear all of this. Let us assume that this is the bigger circle, smaller circle I'll just draw with hand. Let us assume that this is the smaller circle. Now let us assume that this is the center of the smaller circle. This is 6 centimeters. Let us assume that this is the center of the bigger circle. This is 10 centimeters. This is the center of the bigger circle. This is O. This is the center of the smaller circle. This is O1. This is 6 centimeters. And this is 10 centimeters. So it is pretty straightforward that this length OO1 will be the difference between 10 and 6 centimeters, which is 4 centimeters. Fairly straightforward question, which is option C. Let us look at the next one. I think this question that I actually gave earlier, even though it might seem like a very simple question, I think that question was asked in CAT 1996. So it is probably that kind of that simple a question might not be asked, but it makes you wonder that, okay, sometimes very simple questions were also asked in CAT. We do have a Reddit. This is a Reddit I follow very regularly. This is a subreddit. We basically want to look for ways in which we can motivate students who are preparing for MBA. Many times students ask me how they can get in touch with me. So if anybody has any doubts that they want to ask, or any way in which you want to get in touch with me, or you want me to guide you better, please do join this subreddit. I look at it pretty regularly. I also do a lot of this Ask Me Anythings over here. I think this is a very useful subreddit, and I'm especially trying to ensure that this is a subreddit which keeps people positive and motivated without a lot of rants or negativity, which I think will only demotivate people. So this I think is a subreddit where we have started to ensure that students stay motivated and put in as much effort as they can while preparing for CAT. So if you're looking for it, please do join the subreddit. I think it will be very useful for you. Let us look at the next one. Sir, from June, the third leg of live class will start from a batch. What different can we expect compared to first and second leg? I think as CAT keeps coming closer, the questions that will be solved in the live classes, I think will start getting slightly more and more difficult. I think some of the live classes questions are fairly simple and fairly straightforward. But I think from maybe not just from June, maybe from say July or August, definitely from August, I would say the questions will be getting more and more difficult. Because I want students to get used to all sorts of questions, not just simple questions. Okay. In this question, we are told that angle XYZ is 90 degrees. So this is 90 degrees. Length of the arc XZ is 10 pi. So this length is 10 pi. The area of the sector XYZ is to be calculated. So basically we need to calculate the radius of the circle first. If you assume that the radius of the circle is R, what is the perimeter of the circle? It will be 2 pi R. This is the circumference of the circle. Now, but we are given only the length of the arc XZ, which subtends 90 degrees at the center. So what is the length of XZ? That will be 90 divided by 360 into 2 pi R. This is 1 by 4. This is equal to pi by 2R. This we are told is 10 pi. Or the value of R is 20 centimeters or 20 units. So now what is the area of the circle? Area of the circle is pi R square, which is equal to, because R is 20, pi into 20 square, which is 400 pi. This is the area of the circle. But we are asked to calculate only the area of this sector. This sector subtends a angle of 90 degrees. Therefore, the area of that sector will be 90 divided by 360 into 400 pi. This is again 1 by 4, which is equal to 100 pi. So the answer for this question is option C. The only two formulas for you to solve this question or questions of this type is, if you are given a circle like this, if you have a sector like this, which is subtending an angle of P, we know that the circumference of the circle is 2 pi R. So the length of this arc, only this arc, will be P by 360 into 2 pi R. We know that the area of the circle is pi R square. So area of this sector is P by 360 into pi R square. These are the two formulas you would know to solve questions like this. Let us look at the next question. Guys, we have 50 people who are watching the stream live. We have 82 likes. Just 18 more likes. Please do like the stream, guys. In this question, we are told that there is a circle of radius 15 centimeters. Two parallel chords are drawn which are separated by a distance of 21 centimeters. The length of one of the chords is 24 centimeters. What is the length of the other chord? To solve this question, you need to know one formula. That is, if you are given a circle and you are given any chord, suppose this is a chord. Suppose this is the center of the circle. If you draw a perpendicular to the chord, it will bisect the chord. So if this is O and if this is AB and if this is say C, from O if you are drawing a perpendicular to AB, where AB is any chord, then AC will be equal to BC. This is something that should be known to solve this kind of a question. Here we are told that there is a circle like this. We have the radius is given, it is 15. We have one of the chords length is 24 centimeters. So from the center, if you are connecting to any point on the circle, this will be the radius, this will be 15. If you are joining or if you are drawing a perpendicular to the chord, say this is A, this is B and this is O. What is the length of OB? This is 15 centimeters. This is the radius of the circle. What is the length of the chord? The length of the chord is 24 centimeters. So if this is C, what is the length of AC? This will be 12. What is the length of BC? This will be 12. We have just drawn a perpendicular. So if you are looking at triangle BCO, this is a right angle triangle. The hypotenuse is 15, one of the sides is 12. So the other side is square root of 15 square minus 12 square, which is equal to square root of 225 minus 144, which is equal to square root of 81, which is equal to 9 centimeters. So this is 9. What we are told is that the two chords are separated by a distance of 21 centimeters. So if you are looking at the other chord, which is on the other side of the center, something like this. And if you are drawing a perpendicular from the center here, this will be 12 centimeters. Because this is 9, the total distance between the chords is 21 centimeters. So from the centimeter, the other chord has to be 12 centimeters away. Again, from the center, connect to the circle. This will again be equal to the radius, which is equal to 15 centimeters. This is right angle. If this is D and this is E and this is F, we do know that this is the triangle, this is O, this is D and this is F. OD is basically the radius, this is 15. OF is 12. How did we get this to be 12? Because the two parallel chords are separated by 21 centimeters. This is 9 over here. So this has to be 21 minus 12, which is 9. Sorry, 21 minus 9, which is 12. So now we need to calculate the length of DF. Again, this is 90 degrees. So the length of DF is square root of 15 square minus 12 square, which is equal to square root of 225 minus 144, again, which is equal to square root of 81, which is equal to 9 centimeters. So this is 9, that is, this is 9 and this also will be 9 because both of them will be the same length. So the length of the chord will be 9 plus 9, which is 18 centimeters, which is option C. Let us look at the next question. We got 89 likes, man. We just need another 11 likes. Sir, can you zoom out? We cannot see the options. Okay, man. Alok Takshak is saying, sir, good evening, sir. I just passed class 12 with 94%. My quants is weak. How to be very fast at quants per cat? I think, Alok, if you just passed 12th, right now don't focus on cat. Focus on your graduation. You will have at least 3 to 4 years before you actually take cat. Focus on enjoying your college life, study well, make a lot of friends, participate in a lot of activities, improve your personality, try to build an all-rounded personality, try to have good academics, do those kind of things. CAT and especially quants of CAT is not very, very difficult. So don't worry about CAT right now because I don't think you should even be sure as to whether you'll do an MBA or not. So right now focus on your college life, study well there. I think that will be more useful. To solve this question, you need to know the Tangent-Secant Theorem. Let me first explain that theorem and after that I'll solve this question. What is the Tangent-Secant Theorem? The Tangent-Secant Theorem says that if you have a circle like this and from one point, if you're drawing a tangent and you're drawing any secant, the length of the tangent and the length of the secant are related. Suppose this is equal to A, this is equal to B. AB is the length of the tangent. This is equal to C and this is equal to D. Then AB square is equal to AC into AD. Similarly, an extension of this is if you draw another secant. If you're drawing some other secant like this, which is equal to, say this point is E and this point is F. Then AB square is equal to AE into AF. Or essentially AC into AD is equal to A into AF. That is, from any one particular point, if you are drawing two secants, they are related with this formula, which is AC into AD will be equal to A into AF. In this particular case, we are drawing two secants from the point M. So MQ into MN is equal to MR into MP. We are given MN, this is 14 centimeters. NQ is given, this is 3. So MQ will be 11. Because the overall length of MN is 14, if one of them is 3, the other one has to be 11. PM is given, this is 21. So PM is 21 into MR. So we can get the length of MR. This 14 is 2 into 7, 21 is 3 into 7. So MR is equal to 22 by 3 centimeters, which is option A. Let us look at the next question. Like I mentioned earlier, we are having a batch, a excellent batch, which is starting for, which is going to help students prepare well for CAT 2025. It is starting day after tomorrow. You can check it out. If you have any doubts with respect to this course, please do send a mail to support@cracku.in, or you can just comment below this video. We will get in touch with you. This has detailed concepts. This will have mocks, daily targets. It will have access to study room. You will also get daily classes every day from Monday to Friday at 8 p.m. in the evening. I would say this is a fantastic course. You should check it out. Let us look at the next question. Not Azhar is saying, sir, my accuracy in quants is good, but my time per question is very bad. Due to this, I am only able to score between 20 to 25% on any tip for improving the speed. I would say for you to improve speed, you have to solve a lot of questions. Keep solving questions. Over the course of some time, you will recognize that your speed is improving. You can't just improve speed within a day or two. Keep solving questions every single day. When you're solving questions, your speed will improve. Okay, in this question we are told that there is a circle which is inscribed in a square whose length of the diagonal is 16 root 2 centimeters. So can we say anything about the length of the side of the square? If this is the square and if the diagonal is 16 root 2, each side will be 16 centimeters. This will be 16, this will be 16, this will be 16 and this will be 16. Now if you are drawing a circle inside it, you are drawing a circle inside the square, the diameter of the circle will be equal to 16 centimeters. So the radius of the circle will be 16 divided by 2, which is 8 centimeters. Now what is the area of an equilateral triangle which is inscribed in that circle? So if you have a circle like this, the radius of the circle is given to be 8 centimeters and you have an equilateral triangle that is drawn inside it. If the equilateral triangle has side which is equal to A, if this is equal to A, this is equal to A, and if this is equal to A, the circle is the circumcircle of this equilateral triangle. Now what is the circumradius of an equilateral triangle? The circumradius of an equilateral triangle is given by the formula A divided by root 3. Although it is not important for this particular question, what is the inradius of an equilateral triangle? That is A divided by 2 root 3. In this particular case, we are told that the circumradius or the radius of the circle which is outside the equilateral triangle is 8. So 8 is equal to A by root 3, or the length A is equal to 8 root 3. So each side of this equilateral triangle is 8 root 3 centimeters. This is 8 root 3, this is 8 root 3, this is 8 root 3. What is the area? The area of an equilateral triangle of side A is root 3 by 4 A square. In this particular case, A is 8 root 3. So the area of the equilateral triangle is root 3 by 4 into 8 root 3 into 8 root 3. This is 2. This is equal to, this is 16 into 3 is 48. This is 48 root 3 square centimeters, which is option C. Let us look at the next question. Guys, we have 95 likes, just 5 likes left. If you haven't liked this stream, please do like it. If you have already liked it, please share with your friends and try to get us to 100 likes. Okay. In this question, we are told that O is the center and points ABC lie on the circumference. Angle AOC is 100 degrees. AB is equal to BC. What is the measure of angle OAB? To solve this question, you need to know one theorem about the angle subtended at the center and angle subtended at the circumference. If you have a chord like this, and if you join both ends of the chord to any point on the circumference, and you join both ends of the chord to the center. Now let us assume that this is O, which is the center, this is AB, and this is C, which is a point on the circumference. If the angle ACB, that is the angle subtended by the chord, is X, if the angle subtended the circumference is X, the angle subtended the center will be 2X. So this will be 2X. For example, if you are told that this is a circle, and if this is the chord, if this is like this, if this angle is say 50 degrees, then the angle subtended at the center, this will be 100 degrees. In this particular case, the angle subtended at the center is 100. So the angle subtended at the circumference is 50. Now OAC is an isosceles triangle. So this will be and this will be equal to each other. The sum of all the three angles is 180 degrees. So this will be 40 and this will be 40. If you are looking at the triangle BAC, that also is an isosceles triangle. This is B, this is A, this is C. Why is this an isosceles triangle? Because we are told that AB is equal to BC. These two are the same. This angle is 50 degrees. This would imply that this angle and this angle will be the same. Both of them will be equal to 65 degrees. So this is 65, this is 65. So this angle over here will be 25 degrees because over here we got 40 degrees. So the difference is 25 degrees. So angle OAB is 25 degrees. So the correct answer is option D. Let us look at the next question. I don't know how many of you take the Cracku daily targets, but they are very, very useful for students. And every day, thousands of students take the Cracku daily targets. In Cracku daily targets, every day we give one test in verbal, one test in quant, and one test in LRDI. All of them with detailed video solutions. And every day, thousands. Like I think yesterday, 4,700 daily targets were taken. So and these numbers only increase as CAT comes closer and closer. Cracku daily targets are very well known. They're very well respected. They inculcate a sense of discipline and consistency. If you're enrolled to the Cracku courses, I would definitely recommend you to stick to the CAT 2025 daily targets. They will help you quite a lot. Let us look at the last question for today. Alok Thakshak is saying, thank you sir for your generous guidance. It is my pleasure, man. I really like interacting with students. It gives me a sense of satisfaction. That is why I try to help them to the best of my abilities. Mukund Daga is saying, sir, which one do you enjoy more, making questions or taking a class? I would definitely enjoy taking a class more because I can interact with students and that gives me more energy to teach. Okay guys, great to see we have 100 likes for our stream, which is very good. Please do like it if you haven't liked it as of now. Okay. In this question, we are told that the circumference of a square with side A is the same as that of a circle with radius R. What is the perimeter of a square? The perimeter of a square is 4A. What is the circumference of a circle? That will be equal to 2 pi R. Both of them are supposed to be the same. So the value of A is pi by 2 into R. What is the area of a square? Area of a square is A square. So this would imply that A square is equal to pi square by 4 R square, because this is pi by 2 R. We know that the area of a circle is pi R square. So you can divide this to equal pi by 4 into pi R square. This is the area of the square. So area of square is equal to pi by 4 into area of circle. So the ratio of the area of square to that of the area of the circle is pi by 4. What is pi by 4? Pi by 4 is 22 by 7 divided by 4, which is equal to 22 by 28, which is equal to 11 by 14, which is option D. There is one last question left. I won't solve that question. I'll show you that question. It is a slightly hard question. Try to answer it and comment your answer below this video. Whoever comments first, I will definitely look at it and I'll try to give a detailed explanation for that question in the comments. But this is the question. We have basically a triangle ABC. Two circles are drawn. They're shown in the figure. What is the ratio of the smaller circle to the area of the larger circle? So this is how it actually looks. We have a triangle ABC. It is an equilateral triangle. We have one circle which is shown like this. There is another circle which is above the circle. Let us assume that this is circle 1 and this is circle 2. Circle 1 is the in circle of triangle ABC. Circle 2 touches AB and AC and it touches the in circle. What is the ratio of the area of circle 2 to the area of circle 1? You are given 4 options. One option is 1:6, another option is 1:8, third option is 1:9 and fourth option is 1:12. Which of them is correct? If you get the answer for this, please do comment your method also in the comments. I will look at all the comments and I'll try to correct them if you are wrong. Thanks for tuning in, guys. It was great fun doing this session.